He's a graduate of the Naval Academy in 2002, and he is on the roll right now. 36,000 pounds of thrust, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you from BFA 106, right here at Naval Air Station Oceana, the A-18C Hornet. Right now, Lieutenant Barnhart is extending away from the airfield. He's going to set up for a high-speed pass, just under the speed of sound. We're going to go live to the cockpit and say hello to 2 Cents. Hey, 2 Cents, this is Rob Ryder. How do you copy?
Good afternoon, Rob. Good morning, Rob. Got you loud and clear. Great to be here in Oceana.
We are glad you're here too, buddy. Nice to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you, but I know you're setting up for a high-speed pass. You want to call the numbers for the audience?
That's right, Rob. Passing 0.8 Mach. We're getting 550 knots right now. Accelerating to 0.95.
Just shy.
0.88. 0.89. 0.9 Mach. 600 miles an hour.
600. Look at this. You'll get to 650.
0.95.
Holding it right there.
650.
Yeah. And that's only about half your top speed, right?
Yeah, it's back a little bit there, Rob.
I bet you did. You don't want to break any windows, do you?
No, sir. That'd be a bad idea for me. I don't feel like breaking those windows.
I hear that. Okay, looks like we got clear sky. You going to the double Immelmann?
Yes, sir. Should be a full Saturday.
Roger that. We'll be back to you. The double Immelmann is what is going to be done next by the Hornet. Lieutenant Barnhart is going to do a 21st century version of a World War I maneuver developed by Max Immelmann, a German aviator, a German aviator. It consists of a half a loop and a half a roll, but with the power of the F-A-18 Hornet, he's going to double it in only 6,000. How about that for power, huh? Cha-ching! Now watch it pointed straight down. The throttles are pulled back to idle. He has used his thumb to engage the speed brakes and boards to slow him down. Big is right. Oceana's getting big in his windscreen. He'll roll out now, head directly away from us and set up for his next maneuver. If you can't turn tight, you can't fight. So what Ken is going to demonstrate is, he'll come in from the right. When he reaches show center, he'll throw the stick to the left at 90 degrees of bank. He'll yank it back into his lap and sustain 7 times the force of gravity all the way around what is called the minimum radius turn. Here he comes. Watch him. He'll be squeezing all the muscles in the bottom part of his body and going hick, 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 in order to keep the blood in the upper part of his brain so he can see, he can make decisions and stay conscious. Here's the minimum radius turn. pilots 1,400 in the Hornet and Super Hornet and has accumulated over 150 carrier-arrested landings on board the aircraft carrier. And speaking of carrier-arrested landings, what we're going to see next is what is called the carrier configuration pass. He's going to lower the gear, lower the flaps, and lower the tail hook. It is the tail hook that allows this aircraft to stop, to land and stop in an area not much bigger than your driveway. At about 35,000 pounds, the aircraft has that tail hook catching one of 4 wires stretched across the deck of the aircraft carrier. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, from the Gladiators, right here at Naval Air Station Oceana, they are VFA 106, Lieutenant Ken 2 Cents Barnhart. This is the carrier configuration pass. That's the 1/2 Cuban 8. Watch him as he comes down towards 1,000 feet above the ground. Pushes it right out there. You see that glow in the tailpipe? That's the afterburner. That means that raw jet fuel is being poured into the exhaust of that jet. And it gives it a kick in the pants to get the pilot into a fight or out of a fight very, very quickly. It also uses up fuel at a very, very high rate. All right, now let's watch as Ken Barnhart sets up for what is known as the pitch rate demo. In a very short space, you'll see the Hornet change direction from a horizontal flight path to straight up. It is this ability combined with an incredible arsenal of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons that make the F-18 a world-class fighter that is feared worldwide. This is the A-18 Hornet pitch rate demo. Now, we've seen the airplane go downright fast, right? 0.95 the speed of sound, over 650 miles an hour. Next, we're going to see how slow it can go. The airplane weighs in at slightly between 30 and 35,000 pounds right now. And Ken is going to bring the airplane around to show us just how slow he can go. Like Bill Leff slowed his Texan down to 65 miles an hour. What is going to happen is that Ken is going to pull back on the stick, come off the power, pull back on it, make it go slower, then he'll bring power in, stick back power in, and get the nose up in alpha or angle of attack, some 25 degrees. Let's go live to the cockpit and talk to him. All right, 2 Cents, got a high alpha pass for us?
Yes, sir, Rob. Getting this thing slowed down below 200 knots here. I'm shooting for 120 on the high alpha.
That's about 1/10 of the top speed of the airplane, isn't it?
Yeah, getting slowed down pretty good. We can actually slow down a little bit more than that, but pretty much about as slow as we can go.
All right, call them out, call the degrees and call the speed.
Yes, sir, slowing past 15 alpha now. We're at 150 knots, slowing down to 120.
120 knots will be about 135 miles an hour.
There's 130 knots. Getting slowed down now.
120 knots.
115 knots now.
4 degrees nose up at 115 knots. That's only about 127 miles an hour. Oh, that's good, but how about a big round of applause for Ken Barnhart in the high alpha.
Here we go.
All right, throttles forward. Get him going, buddy. 2 cents. This pass by selecting full afterburner. And all the 1/2 Cuban 8. Over the top, he tilts his head back, looks at the runway, lines up on the 1,500-foot show line, coming through 2,500 feet. He'll throw the stick over to the right, bring her into the upright, and set up for the next pass. Lieutenant Barnhart's first operational assignment as an aviator was a 3-year tour flying the A-18C Hornet. As a pilot with the Blue Blasters, he participated in Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom while logging air combat air wing 2 attached to carrier air wing 2 on board the USS Abraham Lincoln, logging more than 25 combat missions over Afghanistan and Iraq. Now, he's going to set up for what they're going to do when they approach the deck of the carrier, coming in at 800 feet at about 400 knots. And he'll perform what is known as the carrier break, getting ready, simulating what it's like to land on the deck of an aircraft carrier. He'll get the airplane down to about 250 knots indicated airspeed, and he'll lower the landing gear, and he'll lower the flaps. And he's going to show you what it's like to land on the deck of a carrier. All carrier landings are graded, and they want to try to get that tail hook down in a 3-foot by 3-foot square. The landing signal officer helps. The ball, the meatball, the Fresnel lens helps. And he puts the flight path marker where he wants to land. Rhino 01 3/4 of a mile, call the ball. Roger ball. At a 600 to 700 foot per minute descent rate, it's not so much of a landing as it is a controlled crash, regardless of whether the tail hook catches the wire or not. Just in case there is a bolter, the pilot will shove the throttles forward to give him or her the power to go around and try to catch it again. Here comes the touch and go. Bolter, bolter, bolter. Gentlemen, you're going to have an opportunity to get your cameras ready. As Lieutenant Ken, 2 cents, Barnhart from Robsdale, Pennsylvania, sets up for a photo pass. He's going to dogbone around to the right and bring it in from the right so you can get a great look at your United States Navy's A-18 Hornet. The folks in the tower are saying, negative, Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Look at this. Over your shoulder to the right. Watch him bank hard left. This is the A-18 Hornet photo pass. There he goes, zooming out to the left-hand side. Now, if you look directly behind you, you can see the Curtiss Helldiver that took off before Ken and launched.